Yes, hello everyone. So today I am going to discuss the Gauss-Seidel method to solve the problem of load flow analysis or power flow analysis. So let's start with the first iterative method. So first point is why we have to use these iterative methods in a power flow problem. The point here is why we use this because there is a non-linear algebraic equations in our power flow studies. Non-linear algebraic equations cannot be solved with simple mathematical solutions. So there are some iterative methods to solve them, and one of them is the Gauss-Seidel method. So let's discuss this. So Gauss-Seidel method in our load flow studies can be used for two types of systems. So we are already aware of the types of buses. So I'm going to discuss it again here. There we have three types of buses in our power system, and those are known as PQ bus, PV bus, and slack bus. PQ bus is also known as load bus. That is wherever P plus JQ value or SI value, I is the number, any bus we are considering is given, we will consider it as load bus. Wherever the power and voltage value are given on any bus, it will be considered as the PV bus or generator bus. And the third is the slack bus, which is also known as a reference bus, and in reference bus always the voltage and angle value will be given. So I've already discussed it before that in load flow studies there are 4 variables, and out of those 4 variables any 2 variables are always given and other 2 has to be deduced. So here our task is only that on which bus 2 variables are given, the other 2 has to be deducted. Okay, so for that first we'll take when PV bus is absent case. Okay, so when PV bus is absent, it means in the general language that no generator bus is there. When there is no generator buses, obviously the system will have only PQ bus and only slack bus. That means no generator bus is there in the system. Okay, so for that particular case we have to find जितनी भी buses हैं उन सब के लिए we have to find the other variables which are not given. For example, when PV bus is not present, then the PQ bus, for PQ bus we will be finding voltage and angle, and for slack bus we will be finding P and Q, where what is P and Q? That is the real and the reactive power. Now the first thing we have to consider here is the total number of buses equals to n. Okay, so we have considered that total number of buses is equal to n, and if one bus is selected as slack bus, the remaining buses, that is n minus 1 buses, will be PQ bus. Okay, so all the buses which are given, the one of the bus will be always given as the reference bus or slack bus, and on that reference bus the value of V1 and del 1 always will be specified. Okay, that will always be given. Now for PQ bus, the values will be given will be P2Q2, P3Q3 for n system. Okay, these values will be given. So our first step, after taking all the things in consideration, our first step will be to find the Y bus matrix. Okay, after finding the Y bus matrix, we have to see the equation for voltage. Now to find the voltage equation, we have to eliminate this I term, current term, from the system. So we'll write a simple complex power equation for any ith bus. So in any ith bus, so there is an n bus system where I is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 till n. So for any ith bus, the complex power is equals to Vi dot II conjugate. Now I have already discussed why this conjugate comes. Okay, now this can also be written as, this complex power can also be written as Pi minus JQi, and its conjugate, this conjugate of this complex power will be Si star is equals to Vi star II. So here this II value can be eliminated by further formulation. How? We in simple language, or according to Ohm's law, that was V is equals to IR. Here we can write it as V is equals to IZ, and Z is equals to 1 upon Y. So in Ohm's law, if you want to write the current equation, that will be equal to I is equals to V upon Z, or I is equals to V into Y, where Y is the admittance. Okay. So in general form, for any ith bus, this current I will be, for any ith bus, the current induced in it will be the sigma of Vk by Ik, where k is from 1 to n. So I and k both denotes the number of buses from 1 to 10. Okay. Now put equation 2 in 1. So we have combined a general equation for current, and we can put this current equation in our complex power general equation. So for after putting it, we will get a value in a form of voltage and impedance only. So admittance only, sorry. So now my equation after opening the sigma thing will become as equation 3, which will be SI conjugate is equals to VI conjugate bracket. Now everywhere where there is k, we have to put 1, 2 and 3. Okay. And I should be remain same because we are talking about the complex power of some I value. Okay. Ith bus. So that's why we will write all the k values here. Okay. Till n. Now when we'll again open this formulation of equation 3, we will get our equation, next equation, which is the main equation which we have to follow. What this equation says, so we get any voltage at ith bus, ith bus, we get a voltage induced in it that is equals to its own admittance, which will this value YII, which will we get from the admittance bus matrix, bracket PI minus JQI divided by VI conjugate minus sigma YIK VK, where k stands from 1 to n, but k cannot be equal to I because already y k equal to I value we have considered here. Okay, I hope you got this equation. So please do it by yourself, by your hand, so that it will be clear to you. Now above equation is used to calculate the value of buses, and it starts from I is equals to 2 to n. Why it starts from I is equals to 2? It should be clear in your mind that I is equals to 1, yani that is first bus is the slack bus. So that's why we are considering here only PQ buses. So PQ buses starts from buses 2 to n. Okay, now first step is we have to choose the initial value of bus voltages and angles. Okay, again I am reminding, we are considering here the case where there is no PV bus present. Okay, only PQ bus and slack bus is there. So in that particular case, what values we have to assume? So we have to assume those values which are not given in the system. For example, there are only PQ buses. So in PQ buses, what we have to find is the voltage and angle. So we will assume voltage and angle. Okay. So if we consider any 3 bus system, so we will assume voltage of second bus and angle of second bus as it. Okay. So now I have shown these initial values only to explain how to write these initial values with a superscript here. Can you see the superscript 0? So it explains the initial values. Now whenever we'll do our first iteration, the result coming from that particular first iteration will be put in the solution of the other equation, and so on we will do it to find our actual solution. And this is what the meaning of iteration is. So let's see what I am trying to say. So now second step is put in equation 5. So we have to put these initial values in our equation number 5, this equation. Okay, so I hope you have written this equation in your copies, and we can move further. So now second step is put in equation 5. When we'll put in equation 5, we'll get our first iterative value of V2. Now when we will compute V3 1, so 1 shows here the first iteration. Can you see? 1 here shows the first iteration. When we will compute for V3 1, we have to put V2 1 as initial value to compute V3 1. Okay, and in this way we will complete our first iteration for 3 bus system. So there can be n bus system, and hence at nth bus, when we will find the voltage of nth bus, we will use all the first iteration values of V1, V2, V3. Okay, so here we can see the equation of V21 will be, wherever it is I, we have to put 2. Okay, so we are now talking for the second bus. Second bus was PQ bus. So we have to find voltage and angle there, because P and Q are already given. Okay, so P and Q are already given, and we have to find this voltage. So we are taking first iteration, wherever there is I, put 2. Okay, so 1 upon Yii, so that will be 1 upon Y22 bracket Pi minus JQi to P2 minus JQ2 upon V2 Vi था यहाँ पर Vi with the conjugate, so we will do at V2 with the conjugate. So because of conjugate, there is a minus sign in the angle, minus Yikvk. So I put I is equals to 2, so Y2 k is equals to 1, Y21 V1 minus, there should be Y Ikvk, so I is equals to 2 and k is equals to also 2. But there is a rule here that k should not be equal to 2. Sorry, k should not be equal to I. So that's why I put here k is equals to 3, and we will skip k is equals to 2, because we have already used Y22 here. So I will write Y23 V3 with an initial value. So V1 is already a slack bus, so no need to use the initial value in this, because it is already given. The values which are not given has to be used as initial values. Okay, so we have to find V3, so that's why we are putting at it in initial values. We will use the initial value of V3, this. Okay, now consider V31, that is voltage of bus 3 of first iteration. Now when we will do this first iteration, we will use the first iteration value of V2. Let's see how. So wherever there is I, put 3. So V3 Vi is equals to 1 upon Yii, 1 upon Y33 bracket Pi minus JQi, P3 minus JQ3 upon Vi, that is V3 minus Yikvk, that is Y I is 3, so 3 1 V1 minus, now I is 2, and k is also can be taken as 2, because k should not be equal to I, so k should not be equal to 3, so that's why it is Y12 V2. Now here the point to be noted is that we have to not take this value as 0, because we have already find V2 1. So we have to correct it, and we have to do it as 1. So now we have to use V2 1 as the initial value for the next computation. So when we will find V4 1, we will use V3 1 and V2 1 as the initial value in that particular equation. So on we will do our iterations, and we will get the result. So now question should arise in your mind that till how much time we'll do the iteration. So how much time, how much iterations we have to do. So for that we have to consider this. So we have to do, for example, if we have done iteration 3 times. So now we will compare the answer of third iteration and second iteration. If the answer becomes less than equal to error, which is already prescribed, the error is already given, error always given in the question, that should be equal to in between 10 minus 2 to 10 minus 3. If the error comes in this order, then the iteration is converge, otherwise the iteration is diverge. And it is important to learn that when iteration is converge and when iteration is diverge. Okay, now otherwise the iteration is diverge. Okay, in generalized form, if r iterations in total तो इन जनरलाइज्ड फॉर्म में ये इक्वेशन हम कंसिडर करेंगे. ओके, सो if above equation is satisfied, then equation is converged. Now if convergence occurs, then we calculate the power for the slack bus. Now I have already discussed that in slack bus it is given voltage and angle. So what we have to calculate in the slack bus, that is power. Now for that calculation of power, we will consider these equations. So for any ith bus, the power at the generator minus the power at the demand side will be the total power at that ith bus. So we will consider this equation to find the power of any ith bus. Now things will be more clear when we will do the numerical. Okay, so let's go further with the topic acceleration of convergence. Now what is acceleration of convergence? It is important to understand it that Gauss-Seidel method explanation and Gauss-Seidel method iterations take time, or they are time consuming. So to reduce the time, an acceleration factor has been introduced. Okay? To speed up the convergence, we use an acceleration factor. Now this acceleration factor has a range of 0.6 to 0.8 per unit, and the formula in which we used is this. So we use VI acceleration, that is at some r plus 1 iteration, at some we have already done r iterations, right? Now at some r plus 1 iterations we will find an accelerated value of Vi. Okay, so that accelerated value of Vi would be initial value what we have find till rth equation VIR plus our acceleration factor and the subtraction error, and the error which will be find here. Okay, so this was the error formula, this is the acceleration, and this is the final result we get from the rth iteration. Okay, now let's come to the our second criteria, that was when PV bus are present. So we have discussed in Gauss-Seidel method for load flow studies to find the answer. There are two types of system. First system was when PV bus was absent, and the other system was when PV bus are present. So when PV bus are present, let the condition is that total number of buses is n, and 1, 2, 3, m minus 1, m plus 1, m plus 2 dot n are the names of the buses. Please consider these names of the buses so that we can differentiate different buses. For example, now here we consider it that number of PQ bus will be m minus 1. Okay, and the number of PV buses will be n minus 1. That is, as we see from here, from 1 to m will be the PQ buses. Okay, but the first bus I am considering as slack bus. Okay, and that's why from 2 to m there will be PQ buses. So how many number of PQ buses will be there? 1 को हटा दो तो m minus 1. Okay, और जो बची रिमेनिंग बसेस होंगी वो PV बसेस होंगी. So that's why total buses minus m buses is equals to PV buses. Okay, now first we have to consider, first step we have to consider here is find the given data. हमें दिया क्या क्या है. So in PQ buses, obviously it is a PQ bus, तो जो दिया होगा वो होगा voltage. Okay, and in PV buses क्या दिया होगा? voltage दिया हुआ, sorry, PQ buses में क्या दिया होगा? power, complex power, and in PV buses it would be given angle and power and voltage, and we have to find the angle and the reactive power. And in slack bus it will be given voltage and angle. Okay, so here I have written what is the given data, and here I have written what we have to find. Now how we have to find, it is very simple. If we have understand the system where PV bus are absent, in the similar way we have to find the voltage. Wherever we have to find the voltage, so we have to find S, V, So wherever we have to find the voltage, it is in the same similar way how we have find in when the system was PV buses are absent. Okay, and wherever we have to find this reactive power, for that we will use this formula. Okay, this formula A. Now this formula says that the equation of S, do you remember the equation of complex power in which we have put the value of current? In that particular equation, the imaginary part shows the reactive power. So we will take iterations for this particular reactive power and we will find the answer for this. Okay. Now to understand this whole system, in my next lecture I will discuss a numerical of it. Okay.